So Caesar, the ruler of Rome, decides that he's going to have a census so he can count all the people in his kingdom and be really proud of himself. Good for Caesar, bad for everybody else, because that meant that they all had to travel back to where their ancestors were from. So like for me, in today's time, that would mean I have to travel back to Kentucky, where my dad is from. And this would have been extremely inconvenient and frustrating decree from Caesar. It was even more stressful for Mary and Joseph because they were going to have a baby any day. She was probably traveling away from her doctors and midwives and her whole support system. And then the travel back meant walking a really long way or riding an animal, both of which were probably extremely painful for a pregnant lady. Feet are probably so swollen, and they have no plan for where they're going to have this baby. I'm just thinking that Mary's mind was full of like, what if I mess all this up? God is going to be so mad at me if I don't do well and this baby doesn't make it. What if I don't make it? Is Joseph going to be able to raise this son of God? Oh man, I can't even imagine the stress and anxiety that both Mary and Joseph were experiencing. But it's in that anxiety and that frustration that God does the impossible. God predicted through the prophet Micah that the Savior of the world would be born in Bethlehem, where they had to travel because of Caesar's inconvenient, frustrating decree. It says in Micah 5:2, "But you, Bethlehem, Ephrathah, though you are still small among the clans of Judah, out of you will come for me one who will be ruler over Israel, whose origins are from old, from ancient times." Without this inconvenient and frustrating census decree from Caesar, God's plan would not have been accomplished. Maybe today you are in a frustrating, stressful, irritating circumstance. And this difficulty may have you thinking, man, maybe God just doesn't care about me. Maybe he doesn't love me. Maybe he's not listening to me. And if you're thinking that, let the Christmas story remind you that God's miraculous plan can be found in the stressful, frustrating, and inconvenient moments. If God worked in Mary and Joseph's stress, he can work through yours too.